We've been told that doing more is the only way to achieve more. More tasks, more goals, more hustle, more multitasking. But what if that belief is the very thing holding us back? There comes a point in life, quiet, frustrating, and honest, where we start to feel like we're spinning in place. We're checking boxes, we're always busy, but we're not actually moving forward. The One Thing by Gary Keller and Papasan isn't just another productivity book. It's a wake-up call, a gentle confrontation with the truth that success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right thing. In this video, we'll walk through 5 powerful chapters inspired by the One Thing. You won't find hacks here. You'll find clarity, focus, a way back to what really matters. We grow up with lies that sound like wisdom. Multitasking is productive. Success means being busy. Willpower is always available. Balance is the goal. But one by one, the One Thing breaks these ideas down. Because the truth is, multitasking makes you sloppy. Willpower fades. And chasing balance in all things often leaves you average in everything. The first step toward extraordinary results is recognizing these lies for what they are: distractions in disguise. They spread you thin, scatter your energy, and leave you burned out. Instead of trying to juggle everything, ask yourself this: what's the one thing I can do, such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? That's not just a question, it's a compass. And in a world full of noise, that kind of clarity is rare and life-changing. There's something strangely beautiful about watching dominoes fall, one after another, effortlessly. But what most people don't realize is this: the first domino doesn't have to be big. It just has to be lined up right. In The One Thing, Keller explains that success is like a domino run. If you start with one small intentional action and you keep building, you create momentum. Over time, those little choices knock down bigger and bigger obstacles. This isn't just metaphor. A single domino can actually knock down another domino 50% larger than itself. Imagine what happens when you line up enough of them. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to find your first domino and tip it. Start with one clear goal, one action, one habit. If you commit to that, day after day, your future will start to rearrange itself around that energy. Extraordinary success doesn't come from doing everything right. It comes from doing one thing consistently well. Think about any area of life: health, wealth, career, relationships. The people who grow the most aren't the ones with the longest to-do lists. They're the ones who've identified their core priority and protected it with everything they've got. That's the secret. Success leaves clues. If you look closely, you'll see that behind every high achiever is one focused action they've repeated with care. For a writer, it might be showing up to write every day at 6 a.m. For a business owner, it might be making one customer call every morning. For someone rebuilding their life, it might be a single promise. I'll show up for myself today. The one thing isn't about getting more done. It's about getting the right thing done and letting that effort compound over time. So ask yourself today, what's the one habit you could protect, no matter what? Most of us let the day control us. Emails, texts, meetings, errands, our calendars fill themselves before we even have a chance to breathe. But Keller introduces something simple and radical: time blocking. It means scheduling your most important work first, like an unbreakable appointment with yourself. You don't need to control the entire day. You just need to protect a block of time for your one thing. Think of it as sacred. 2 hours in the morning, 90 minutes after lunch, one quiet evening a week. If you treat your priority like a sacred ritual, not negotiable, not optional, you'll begin to make progress that once felt impossible. You'll stop reacting, you'll start creating, and that space you protect will become the foundation for everything else you do. If there's one thing to take away from the entire book, it's this. What's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? This question might look simple, but it's powerful because it forces clarity. Instead of asking, "What should I do today?" ask, "What's the one thing I can do that will actually move the needle?" This question works in every part of life. In business, it clarifies strategy. In learning, it filters distractions. In relationships, it encourages presence. And here's the magic. When you live with that kind of clarity, you stop wasting energy on what doesn't matter. You let go of guilt. You begin to trust that fewer, better choices will lead you exactly where you need to be. Clarity isn't about having all the answers. It's about asking better questions. We live in a world that glorifies doing more. But the one thing teaches us that greatness lives in focus, in simplicity, in the courage to say no to good things so we can say yes to great ones. You don't need to chase every goal. You don't need to fix your entire life this month. You just need to find the one thing that matters most right now and protect it with your time, your energy, and your intention. So pause, ask yourself the question, and let your next action be small but powerful. Because extraordinary success begins with doing the next right thing. Comment below, what's your one thing right now? Like this video if it gave you clarity. Subscribe for more slow, honest book wisdom. Share it with someone who's ready to stop doing more and start doing better.